Jason Rzucidlo reporting for AmericaJR.com, joined by Hope from Columbus, Ohio. So what was your experience like with the Global Vacation Network?
It was kind of weird because my mom called saying that that someone called them or her saying that I won some kind of contest and to call them right away, and the email address that they provided to her was an older email address, and I thought that was kind of weird that it was an email address I haven't used in like over 5 years. So I called them back after looking up the number to see if it was legit, and I kind of knew what to expect, that was kind of like a scam, but I thought, you know, what the heck, I'll call them back just in case there is some legitimacy to it. So I called them back, and it was kind of weird because they, you know, they had me leave a message, so I left a message, they called me back, and kind of went through some stuff, saying that they don't want my money yet, or actually they didn't say yet, but they said they don't want my money, and we're not going to ask for money, blah, blah, blah. But this is one of the things you could win. And they started asking me some questions, and the first question they asked was, you know, like, what was the name of my A, spouse, B, boyfriend, and they said it like that, and I was like, I'm single. And they said, oh, and they said they had to change the information. They put me on hold, and then when they returned, they said they couldn't change it, and they would have to have the president of the sweepstakes to change that, and they would call me back. They never really, as far as I know, they never called me back, or my parents, and they, the other thing I remember is the fact that when they called me, it sounded as if they were calling from a call center. So, since I've worked at a call center, I kind of recognize that background noise. I thought that was a little strange as well.
Okay, did you ever fill out a sweepstakes form, maybe at a trade show or some other event?
Yeah, see, possibly, because I do enter those things, and back when I was making good money, I would enter the ones that you had to make, you know, a certain amount to enter and stuff like that. And I thought maybe it was from something like that in the mall or something, but when I did that, I'm surprised that I haven't heard anything for over 5 years with that email address. That's why I said that was a little suspicious.
So normally they have you show up at a office for a presentation. Did you go to any presentations?
No, I did not, because I never got a call back to say what to do next.
Okay. Now I understand you were promised some type of prize, correct?
Yeah, they said like it'd be one of the following prizes. I did write down the prizes just in case I did have to talk to them again. Would you like me to tell them?
Yeah, go over what the prizes were.
Okay, it was the call I received at the end of last year, so it kind of dates the car. It's a 2009 Lincoln Navigator, or $45,000 in cash, which was, I guess, the value of the car. And then it's a 4-day, 3-night Bahama cruise with paid transportation and a $1,000 online shopping spree, or $2,500 in cash. And then the last thing they said it could be is a flat screen stereo color television, but they didn't really name any brand or size of that flat screen.
Okay, did the salesperson on the phone, did they act pushy, you know, like they wanted to get your business?
Not more than what I'm used to. I mean, I work in retail. I would say it's about average. It wasn't too pushy, but at the same time, it was obviously kind of almost a sales script, I guess you could call it.
Alright, did they say they wanted any money from you on the phone?
No, they actually kept saying that they do not want my money, and that's what I thought was a little suspicious, because they had to keep saying it over and over again.
So did they explain to you like how it was a vacation membership club or anything like that?
Yeah, they didn't, but I kind of thought it would be that, because my dad originally got into stuff like that, and we have a couple of timeshares and stuff like that, so it sounded almost like kind of the same idea, where it would be maybe a club or maybe even a timeshare thing. But
So
they didn't go into that. They just said it was a business that was, they were celebrating their grand opening in the neighborhood and stuff like that.
alright, so you said you sounded suspicious. Was there ever a time that you felt like maybe it would be a good idea to join this?
I actually thought I would go to an information session. Like, I would go to the point of actually spending money. Just because I think it is interesting to see if there's, like, you know, if there is some kind of benefit to that, even if it is going to an information session and maybe getting free food out of it. But up to spending money, I wasn't prepared to go any farther.
Okay. Did you do any research, like contacting the Better Business Bureau or any other organizations?
I Googled it, and, you know, saw that it might be a scam, but people were asking more, is it a scam, than people saying it is. And so that's why, I mean, I was a little suspicious, but I was going to, you know, check it out. Because sometimes people think something's a scam when it's not a legitimate business.
So, I understand that they called you on like several different phone numbers. Did that make you think it was a little suspicious, but being that?
You know, because I do have your number. It would have been a different, and then like they called my parents' number, which is okay. Especially if they had my address, which was a permanent address, and I got the number from that. That wasn't too bad. I mean, I sometimes put that number down when I'm doing online content. It was the email address that kind of has red flags to me, just because I haven't used the email address they talked about or referenced in over 5 years.
All right. So now, is this something you're gonna pursue, or you're definitely not interested?
The actual cloud itself?
Yes.
Or whatever it is? Yeah, I'm not going to pursue it unless they call me back and actually give me information about maybe going in and, you know, the information session. I might go to it. I mean, get some free donuts out of it or something, but I'm not going to spend any money.
Yeah, because I understand. I talked to a gentleman yesterday. He said they wanted $5,000 from him to join this program.
Yeah, no way. I don't even have $5,000. If I had $5,000, I wouldn't be asking my parents for rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me see. Anything else you want to talk about this company that I haven't asked so far?
No.
All right. So, very good. Thanks for your time today. Copyright 2010, AmericaJR.com, Detroit, Michigan, USA.